Nerd Soul.
We'll say I'm glad that you brought up protagonist because we got one more to talk about before we get up out this piece, and that is Deku. Yo, all right. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Deku is the Tommy Pickles of anime. Just
yo, he should yo you be dead right on that though. I ain't gonna front. You be right on that. Like he do like especially this episode. He looked straight up like Tommy Pickles. I was like, hold up, Tommy, is that you?
Every time.
Y'all know that man look like a little potato. He got the same.
He do got that potato head.
Man, I don't want to see that. Did y'all want to think about Tommy Pickles?
He got that. Yo, but imagine if Tommy Pickles got like mad strong.
He's tightened up a little bit though, but Tommy Pickles is not a bad character either though.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with Tommy P.
I like Tommy, but I just it's still a slight, but okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with Tommy P. You know what I'm saying? How is it a slight?
I guess Tommy is a leader. I guess he's a leader.
Now, this episode
Coop really ain't like that one.
This episode is a perfect example of why protagonists they gonna save you. All right, they gonna make sure you gonna be your soul. they gonna cleanse your soul. All right, you best believe. Look, all right. So peep this. You got Lady Nagant. She came out last episode. She busting shots. Pacow, pacow, pacow. Then you even got dude. I can't remember his name now. The dude with the beak. The mafia man. He ain't got no arms no more. Yeah, Chisaki. So Chisaki on the sidelines. He ain't got no arms, but he's still like, look, you take. I'm telling you where he is, so you can show me my daddy. So he got two villains, right? This man manages to essentially save both villains, did not kill either of them, and provided the most amount of compassion. But he was like, you're a hero. And she was like, you could have killed me or something. He was like, you're a hero and you can fight with us again. He was like, girl, look, it ain't over. You can pick yourself up and you can once again be a hero. But even with Chisaki, he ain't turn around like, look, I'm gonna finish what I start. No, he was just like, you know what? If you do this, I'm gonna make sure I do this for you, and you can have your closure. Like look, he's definitely a different man, but he did it in a way where it's like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that I give y'all grace, but I'm gonna also let y'all know I don't play.
He did. It's like to show a hero doing heroic Superman type things. It was very well presented.
Yeah.
I love that the two people be on the sidelines, so now we know what why Fajin is so important, because it ramps him up to even super duper speed, because he needs that. It's like, okay, so maybe that explains why All Might is so good. Even though he didn't break all that down, but All Might could just was fast and strong. And to see Deku process it, but also he has compassion, because he's saving all of his hate for All for One.
Yep.
All for One is so evil. He's like, you ain't gonna do what I say? I already got a fail safe for you, partner. Miss.
No.
Bruh.
Like, I could blow you up remotely because you ain't do what I told you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after I watched the episode, I couldn't wait for Coop to watch the episode just so I could tell him how much of a scumbag All for One was. I was like, man, this dude is a scumbag.
Yo, but I love how homie was sitting on his throne like, oh, so you ain't follow what I told you to do? All right, cancel that chick.
But yes.
Like, wow.
All that said though, I do appreciate Warfall, because he does it with a smile on his face. Like,
yo, he be cheesing all day.
Like, I already got 2 steps ahead of you. Oh, you think you gonna join them? No. Nope.
But they say she's still breathing, so there is an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They say she's still breathing. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was gonna be dead, but they say she was still breathing. I was like, my hero, y'all got to do a better job of like letting us know when somebody alive or not. Because I'm gonna keep it real. Shorty is toast, but you know what I'm saying? Look,
she's still talking.
Another representation, another feather in Deku's cap is when he turned around to Chisaki. He was like, "You remember what you did to Eri? Huh? You remember that?"
Yeah, I thought he was about to get swole on him. I'm like, good. Because I would have definitely punched him in the gut. We're like, and Endeavor wasn't going to mind.
Man, everybody came through on this episode, even with the flashback, because the flashback serves the story.
I need to know one thing.
Mm-hmm.
They should have showed All Might whooping him without the powers. How did he make it? All Might say, "You ain't about to stop me."
Well, I don't. Did he whoop them, or did he just intimidate them to the point where they was like, "All right, maybe we need to chill"?
They did say, "Wait, he ain't got the same," and he walked up like, "Get out my way."
Yeah, but he said, "Look, the only way he ain't gonna be protected is if I'm dead." So maybe he intimidated him, or maybe he might hit him with a chop socky. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he still got big hands. I mean, maybe he looks skinny, but he wiry. Maybe he punched him a few times. So
yeah, I know one thing. He jumped out that
Allen
whip.
Iverson. He wiry, but he's strong.
Cause he jumped out the whip like, yeah, these are we not even gonna show a cutaway to them beat up. They just done. Like, what did you do?
He jumped out the whip, stood up. He said, "Look, this is my responsibility to protect this boy. And the only way he ain't gonna be protected is if I'm dead." And like, I just assumed they was like, "All right, we don't want this smoke."
And they cut away. They cut away, and that was it.
They left it for interpretation.
What the hell?
Yeah, because my interpretation was that they looked at each other and was like, we don't want this smoke. But you're right. He might have stomped him out.
But remember what he said? They was like, this man is scrawny and weak. He ain't the same All Might. Oh, yeah. And they took a step forward. Then he said what he said, and then they cut away. And you saw that little glow in his eye. Now, I know he can get some of, pop back in the big mode for like a little couple seconds. I don't know if he still can or if it matters. Maybe he just, he's well enough that he's trained enough that like, look, don't think I'm still weak out here. Like,
don't play.
Like,
he was moving with a confidence like he knew something that they didn't, and they saw it, and they was like, wait, something. Like he shouldn't be this confident. He knows something.
Like, you trying to mess up my boy Whip? Okay, I gotta jump out the whip now. Like, y'all could have just got out the way. Yeah, y'all playing with me. Don't y'all really don't want to see Best Genius?
And this man was pulling missiles out of his shoulders and throwing them at him, and All Might was like, "Boy, you done scratched up my whip. Boy, I'm about to have to bury my foot."
Do you know how much it costs to get this detailed? Oh, shouts out to Hot Wings. You know what I'm saying? He came through.
Hot Wings.
Yo, them little baby wings right now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, look, I'm gonna call them Hot Wing for a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I called them Hot Wings when I was watching with my son. My son was like, "Hot Wings, yo?" I said, "Yeah," like,
because they low right now. They low right now. When he get back to full strength, then I'll be like, "Yo, that's my man Hawks." But right now, got them little baby joints.
That Hot Wing from what's that old cartoon?
Golden Wing or whatever.
Silverhawks.
Oh my God.
The black character, his name was Hot Wing.
They was wrong. They was dead wrong.
Tabasco colored superhero
with elven ears.
But
just because we magical don't mean we ain't real.
Because they was like, you gonna reuse Panthro and just throw them in here.
You know what? They did kind of just reuse Panthro. Like so, all right. I'm gonna end it with this. I'm gonna end it with this. My hero is taking this genre when dealing with villains and the public perception around villainy to another level that I think we need. Because you got Lady Nagant and her whole backstory where it was basically, all right, perfect example, to put it in real life terms. Remember when America was like, yo, we ain't torturing people, and then like 2 weeks later, they was like, all right, check it, we torturing people, but it's not like, because it was like, we're good guys, and all we do is good stuff. And she was like, ain't we doing bad stuff? It's like, yeah, we are doing bad stuff, and I want you to do some more bad stuff. He was like, these villains got to go, and we just gonna erase them. She was like, well, why
president was gonna pull out on her. Like, didn't I tell you what he reached for the gun?
Yeah,
and she's like, are you serious?
Yo, he was, but that it's good to see.
She said, "Aren't you a strong one, Mr. President?" Before blowing off his mushroom cap.
I just want to say, I really, like you said, I really appreciate this part because, you know, we get to see Lady Nagant not be evil for evil's sakes, but somebody who's been twisted, torn by her sense of duty. And then they, instead of getting this individual help who's mentally breaking down, and she sees the blood on her hand before children, oh, it's Lady Nagant.
That was like, crazy.
And this is a hardcore murderer, even though she ain't murdering for murdering's sake. But she's like, what am I doing here? Like, I shouldn't touch these children. Like, look at my hair, I see blood. And, you know, to have that Stiper's mentality, but to see somebody broken by doing their job right, and that the powers that be use the good in them up for selfish gain. And I'm gonna say this, like, I know the world ain't just black and white. I think capital punishment is ugly. However, I do understand why some terrorists, if they're truly terrorists trying to tear down something, why they might get got. Because if you become a terrorist to tear down a society and country, and its pillar, you might get killed. It is what it is. So I'm glad to show that the commission got dirt on them, and that the villains aren't necessarily 100% wrong. They wrong.
Yeah, that's what I love about this show. Even Deku was talking about the shades of gray.
Like Deku, I'm glad Deku is waking up. And I'm glad that, thank you, Lady Nagant, for mentioning the vigilantes used to get respect. And then they made it like this whole, you got to be like a pro athlete to be a hero, and we gonna choose who gonna do this. But you got dope people who can be a hero right in their community, like Moon Girl. Shout out to Moon Girl. We're gonna talk about her in the future. But actually, they now criminals because they can't use they quirk unauthorized the time. So man, some people are gonna switch to villainy to pay their bills, to do these things. So it is a good look at society. They not gonna say it like how probably we would say it in Western culture, but the man seems to get it, and I'm glad that he's calling out some of these societal problems, like, and probably using it as some allegory. It's like, we can actually help too, but you made what I do criminal and what you do awarded because it went through your system. And you think that people ain't gonna rebel? It was very myopic and stupid of the commission, and they held on as long as they could until one for all they did the man who they probably should have killed if they would.
They probably should have killed him.
They didn't do it. It's like, or I don't know if they could kill him. Maybe they couldn't. I don't know.
Maybe they couldn't, but yeah, they definitely should have.
Yeah, if
all the people
like y'all bugging.
I got the best plan. Here's the thing: if we can't kill him, what we do is we put him in a huge vat or a tub. We fill it with concrete. Then we put that and fill it with stone, another or metal or something. Then we take that bad boy and drop it to the bottom of the Marianas Trench. That's what we do. You know
Sadly, that reminds me.
Or we chop him into multiple pieces and shoot him into the sun. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Look, we gotta be done with this. Because now look at y'all. But on the other hand, we are uncovering some interesting truths. And I'd love to see how the remaining heroes deal with heroism after this is done. Because I'm assuming the commission's not going to be able to stand in the way it was, especially after the realization from Nagant and everything, or the revelation from Nagant and everything. Like, it's probably going to change for the good, but this show is doing a great job of showing like the different sides of heroes and villains and effects on the streets. So this is some top-notch stuff. I gotta give it to them. Top-notch. Hey, y'all doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? My hero, look, you started from the bottom, now you're here. You know what I'm saying? I thought y'all was going to be just a little show about some kids at the school fighting. Nah, bro. Y'all done got real.
I told you to be patient. I told you. You don't know who like training?
I will say this, man. All for One, he is a scumbag, man. Like, they have a good villain in this joint. They got a villain who you love to hate in 98.
Oh man, so I'm gonna throw it out to Ninja, you know what I'm saying? Any final thoughts about today's convo and going to sign off? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know her, y'all love her, and she got the new Plus Ultra. So Ninja, please take it away.
I mean, final thoughts on everything today. I think it's interesting how we kind of touched on older stuff and like the newer stuff, and even some that have their foot in both sides, like Trigun. Just to see like the way storytelling has kind of evolved, and maybe that could be a topic for the next upcoming weeks. Like how storytelling has evolved in anime has been influenced by not necessarily even Western culture, but just like people just seeing the same thing over and over again, how that changes. And that's why I feel that a lot of people find My Hero to be so refreshing, because a lot of people kind of dropped off of watching anime, or let me rephrase, or they would only just watch One Piece, or only just watch Dragon Ball because Super came on or something like that, because they're like, hey, anime is not what it was or whatever before. So it's like interesting that there are some of these shows that they're not necessarily bridging the gap, because it's not like I get nostalgia watching My Hero or anything like that, but they are telling some type of formula. They're showing a way to say something new, or say something that we've seen before. Superheroes are not new, but they're grounding it in realism, and they're telling it in a certain way that keeps interest. So they're kind of checking all the boxes for people who just want to watch for action, or just want to watch shonen, or just want to. And even now, it's getting a little bit more serious. So I think Keith mentioned it a while ago, maybe about a month or two ago. Like, it's got some seinen qualities to it, because we're seeing more dialogue here, or we're seeing more kind of like interaction of people like trying to do a power struggle for society. Power struggle towards public relations and the perception and stuff like that. So I think that's why it's just in such a good place right now. And even though I think it's slightly in the in-between, I still think it's a good in-between. It's not a lull by any means. So excited to see where that goes. Excited to keep comparing it to like older shows, or like, you know, protagonists of yesteryear and villains of yesteryear. Just to kind of see where it goes from here, for sure.
Well, you know what? Next time we'll do that, Matt. Well, oh yeah, I forgot. Next week I'll be traveling, but you know what? Week after that we'll do that, because I did fall off, because even Keith knows. I said it to him. I was like, "Anime's whack now. I'm tired of seeing the same thing. It's whack now." And then y'all can be as mad, especially Keith can be as mad as he wants. But anime went through a period where everything was cookie cutter. But I mean, it's not just anime. Everything goes through that period. You know what I'm saying? You know, restaurants go through that period. Music goes through that period. You know, this anime. It was just anime's turn to be cookie cutter for a while. And
see, I just have to say, what period of time were you watching? Because I mean, I drop off sometimes, but I guess that's when I started to diversify in different genres for myself. That's what I did.
Well, even in the other genres, it felt like I was seeing the same art style. I was seeing the same archetypes, and not saying that heroes and villains, meaning the heroes and villains were doing this. It's almost like I felt like the same writers were writing, say, 8 of all 10 shows that were new at that time, or something like that. I was like, are they sharing? I was like, are they sharing notes? Why is it?
I actually completely agree. I think with I would say from 2014 through like 2019, or whenever around My Hero and some of these other shows came out, there was absolutely a lull, or it was cookie cutter, because everyone was trying to chase, because it was around the time that Naruto finally ended and everything, and everyone was trying to chase that big 3 feeling. So everyone kept trying to do this formula, and it just wasn't. You know, none of it was quite.
That's a good topic. Ninja, you just came up with a good topic. You need to find out, maybe in that time period, what are some failed wannabe big 3s or big shonen that did not hit.
And I would have to go back through my anime list because I still watch anime then, but I couldn't even tell you like what was like excitable. Like there was like they were anything I say is gonna feel obscure, even if it might have been big for that year, because it was absolutely kind of a lull. And I think that lull was needed to push manga writers and illustrators and stuff into doing something a little bit more worthwhile for sure. I mean, there was Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail became one of the biggest ones because that was it. I liked Fairy Tail too, but Fairy Tail doesn't hold up to the way it ends and stuff. It doesn't hold up to some of the stuff we're watching right now, for sure.
Fairy Tail being a big hit is kind of like when Toronto got that one trade and won the championship that year. Now they just garbage. It's like, all right, they done. They got it.
It's like y'all got a little love. Y'all
got it. Not garbage. They just not championship worthy. This dude here.
Okay.
Anyway,
they're not.
I'm sorry. Ninja, where can we find you?
Yes, I am Ninja Sama Cosplay. I'm findable because I'm not sure if that's a word, but it is now. I am findable on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at the Ninja Cosplay. I'm going to try my best to have new content once a month. So we had Vegeta January, we had All Might February. I'm going to try to do something comic related for March, so stay tuned.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw it over to Mark Dub.
It is Mark Dub. I'm trying this one out. I like it. Mark Dub. Half man, part amazing. Spicy like Creole, not Cajun. Y'all can find me on the Twitter at MarkDub44. I be retweeting and reposting this marvelous podcast with these marvelous people, y'all. Y'all can find me as Mark Dub on IG. Look for the good looking Mark Dub and pick the one underneath. That's him. That's me. And then I'm Mark Wallace in the streets for real. And the streets being Facebook. That's the streets that I'm really me on.
Let me throw it last but not least to Koopa.
Just to kind of, I guess, wrap up MHA, I agree with Sherry. Gave a great summary of that. I agree. It's wonderful. I'm just happy about it. Like, look, it was one of those series that, like I said, I think I was lightly into it, Fairy Tail, and even though I love Fairy Tail, I didn't finish Fairy Tail. I guess I was like, it's too much. I don't need 300 episode animes no more. 200 is the cap for me, like, at best. But just the better, like, quantity don't always be more quality. But what I will say of My Hero, I made this joke, and y'all can hear me on me. I was like, this one episode of My Hero made me more happier than Ant-Man and the Wasp. I was joking with Mark. I was like, this is what I needed.
Yeah.
And I never thought about world. Yeah, this will do. This kind of picks me up a little bit. Shout out to Jonathan Majors, and which he actually and Michael B. Jordan said he took inspiration for Creed 3 from anime. I hope he ain't just spouting stuff like how he likes to do. But I'm gonna finish the article where he talked about he took some inspiration for some boxing anime like Victory Road and other things. So we shall see how stylish it gets. Hopefully he don't go overboard and people start having a glow with their boxing gloves or something. But I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see Demon Slayer the movie continuation come out. I got to get our tickets. We got to figure it out. Because me and Mark going Friday. Because I'm gonna go see that on Friday or Saturday night, and then I'm gonna go see Creed Sunday. So after doing a pop-up, if you're in Baton Rouge at Riley Cap Brewing, I'll be there from 12 to 4.
Oh, so snap! Creed is this weekend.
Creed and Demon Slayer are this weekend. It's like, so I'm kind of glad to get that Ant-Man out the way. I'm just joking. Shout out to Ant-Man, but yeah, I'm glad we got it out the way. Cause like I got stuff to watch. Like we know somebody getting their face beat up in Creed. Somebody getting dropped a few times. So maybe it is like anime. But shout out to you, Sherry. I love the Miss Almighty. I love it. I love the name. I love the cosplay. I love the little hair thingies. You got everything right with All Might. I love All Might. I really miss All Might. I missed that. I wish All Might could pop up and just beat somebody up. but I would definitely take your cosplay any day as enjoyment and wonderment for people out there to see. So I just wanted to give you that shout out. You can find me at www.blerd-ish.com. That's www.blurs.com. We got a sale going on today, but if you miss it, because obviously this might be out a bit later, we got a sale every month. Check it out. We got stuff added to the anime, to the Blurdish. I got some Kang shirts, added some new anime shirts, all that good stuff. And of course, find the podcast here. Next Comic Con, I will be at Mississippi Anime Fest on March 11th and 12th.
Word. All right. And with that said, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And until next time, until the next villain, the next hero, or into the next car crash where you have to beat up 2 random dudes. Peace.
They didn't make it, y'all. They didn't.
Nah, they didn't make it. We out.